I just spent half an hour curling this hair, and by the time I got downstairs, it was all flat. Love that for me. And I'm feeling Hello there, my lemon slices, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We are gathered here today for you all to watch me react to and critique BODi workouts while I educate you all in the process. Specifically, we will be watching and reacting to exercises from the new fitness program, Healthy Obsession. And we will also be having a little bit of a chat about the program, about some of my opinions. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and some dry sarcasm along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand. Queen Lemon would really love to have you here. Without further babbling, let's make lemonade. But I'm drinking a latte. So today's video is going to be formatted a little bit different than other videos in this series. I am going to be reacting to exercises, but this is a new fitness program that BODi has recently released. BODi has recently released. They go by BODi now. And this program was developed by famed celebrity super trainer Autumn Calabrese. The exercises that I have seen so far have been, in a word, terrible. That's just my right off the bat immediate opinion, knee-jerk reaction. Obviously, I have not tried the program myself, nor have I seen every single exercise in the program. However, the few clips that I have seen have been enough for me to establish my opinion that many of these exercises are some of the most ridiculous I have ever seen in my entire life. And I truly mean that from the depths of my soul. In addition to reacting to some of the exercises that you guys have sent me, I want to talk about the actual program and share some of my opinions about the program and share some stuff about just things that I've researched in the background of the program and stuff like that. Also, one last thing, this video is going to be strictly reactionary in nature. I'm not going to be showing any exercise demonstrations like I normally do with this series. When I get to the part of the video where I'm reacting to the exercises, it will be strictly just my reaction and my opinion.
For anybody that is joining us for Healthy Obsession, starting on Monday, November 7th, that's just a few days away, I'm actually getting ready to go live in the BOD group right now for the first time. We're going to be talking all about nutrition and healthy obsession. So if you have any questions, make sure you check out the live in the BOD group.
My God, my arms are shaking. I'm seeing stars. My booty hurts, my leg hurts, my core hurts. Today was total body day. And my total body hurts. I don't know what in the bloody hell Autumn was doing when she came up with that workout. Holy shit.
So as I already mentioned, this new program is called Healthy Obsession. It's a new fitness program developed by celebrity super trainer Autumn Calabrese. It launched on BODi on November 7th, and you can access it if you have a membership. I've already gone into detail several times in different videos about Autumn Calabrese's credentials, or lack thereof, in my opinion. Although, is it an opinion if it's true? I do hate to be a broken record, but when I make a video, I have to assume that everyone watching it is a total noob and has no idea what I'm talking about. So, because of that, I do want to offer a super duper brief background on Miss Autumn Calabrese. She is what I would personally consider to be a celebrity trainer and fitness influencer. Based on internet research, she does not have any current legitimate fitness credentials. Most sources that talk about her fitness background say she has, quote, has held, end quote, certifications as an ASM personal trainer. Generally in human language, when someone says has held, that indicates past tense, which indicates to me that that particular certification is no longer up to date. According to her LinkedIn, she studied dance at Webster University. Also, according to her LinkedIn, she's an integrative nutrition health coach from the IIN. I've said this before multiple times in other videos, but the industry of health coaching is wildly unregulated, and basically anyone can call themselves a health coach with absolutely no background education or training or knowledge, really. And it's Institute for Integrative Nutrition, the IIN, is funny because on their website, on the FAQ page, when asked if they're accredited, they say basically everything except yes, we're accredited. So based on this information, she is lacking quite a bit in legitimate accredited credentials, but none of this stops her from calling herself a fitness and nutrition expert. Pretty big self-designation from somebody who thinks that eating sprouts alkalizes the body, but I digress. So now that we know a little bit about Autumn, let's talk about the program. Directly from the Beachbody website, they say, quote, Healthy Obsession is a fresh new take on the original program that delivers the same kind of incredible results Autumn Calabrese is known for. It's designed to challenge, motivate, and inspire you while delivering an ultra-effective total body workout with rewards you can see and feel. Whether you need to bust out of a fitness rut or want to level up, Healthy Obsession helps you go all in on your commitment to yourself right before the holiday season kicks in. Build strong, lean muscles and get into your healthiest mindset so you can feel your best during the most hectic time of the year. Well, doesn't that sound nice? So in what I just read, they said original program. And by that, they're referring to another program that was also created by Autumn Calabrese called the 80-Day Obsession, which is another fitness program. The very first thing I want to call attention to is the name of this program. Healthy Obsession. Like I said, a new take on an older program called the 80-Day Obsession. What kind of fitness professional uses the word obsession in the title of a fitness program? I have criticized Beachbody, BODi, and I guess Autumn before for the names of some of their fitness programs. 80-Day Obsession, Fixate, 9-Week Control Freak. I think she might be having some Freudian slips when naming these programs. Okay, in all seriousness, if you search online, there's no shortage of people on forums and discussion boards speculating that Autumn has a troubled relationship with food, with many people going as far as to speculate that she has a full-blown eating disorder. That's a serious thing, and I'm not a healthcare professional or a nutrition professional, so I'm not going to openly speculate about that on camera. You guys can probably assume my opinion, so I'm not going to use any specific words in reference to Autumn as like diagnosing her. However, it is my opinion, and the opinion of many nutrition professionals and other healthcare professionals that I have seen discuss Autumn on social media, that she has a problematic attitude surrounding food. And in my opinion, she frequently shares some of those hang-ups with the world. Then they get packaged up and then they get put in the form of a fitness or a nutrition program, and then they are distributed at mass scale. What is that? Why did I just do that? What is that? For example, the 21-day fix / ultimate portion fix. It encourages the use of eating food after it's been portioned into color-coded containers. This is restrictive. And if someone were to develop a feeling of dependency on this specific ritual, which I have seen before on social media, that can fall within the confines of disordered eating. Disordered eating is not the same thing as a full-blown eating disorder. Disordered eating is more of an umbrella term for a group of behaviors and symptoms, like maybe habits and things that people do and attitudes that people have around food that may eventually lead to a full-blown eating disorder. Directly from eatright.org, one of the signs of disordered eating is, quote, rigid rituals and routines surrounding food and exercise, end quote. Feeling like you have to use color-coded containers to eat your food, and thinking that you can only eat the food that corresponds with that container can be considered a rigid ritual, which is not healthy. So as far as one having a healthy obsession, an obsession with health, if you will, there is actually a name for that. It's called orthorexia. The definition of orthorexia is an obsession with healthy eating. Now, granted, the program Healthy Obsession is an exercise program, but I personally believe that it sets the precedent to carry over into one's eating habits, especially because the fitness program Healthy Obsession encourages the use of specific nutrition programs, such as the 4-week gut protocol and the portion fix, both programs created by Autumn Calabrese. And of course, they encourage you to also use their, Beachbody body supplements. Listen, I just want to also say this right off the bat. I know Beachbody has rebranded and they now go by, or is trying to rebrand, I guess, and they're now going by BODi. But Beachbody has been Beachbody since the 90s. So if you hear snoring, it's Alpha. I'm sorry. If I slip up sometimes and call them Beachbody, I'm sorry. Okay, they've been Beachbody for 2 decades, 3 decades, a while. If I slip up and I say Beachbody instead of BODi, I'm sorry. So as far as the program, here is the training calendar for Healthy Obsession on BODi. Autumn actually posted this to her story, but for sending it to me, I want to thank Jen. Can I call you Jen? She sent me this screenshot directly from Autumn's story. So apparently this is what the training block looks like for the Healthy Obsession fitness program. Day 1 is Total Body Core, which to me is a weird name because I would assume that if the program is called Total Body, Core would be involved in that, but I'm just being nitpicky. Day 2 is booty, which is a word that I personally don't like to say more than twice in one day because I don't like how it sounds. Day 3 is cardio fusion. Oh, you thought I had a sarcastic remark? Think again. Day 4 is AAA. A car insurance workout, Autumn. Really? I'm kidding. I know that's not what it means. Autumn says it means arms, abs, and ass. But she bleeped it out on the promo video on her Instagram because ass is a bad word.
Total body core, booty, legs, AAA, arms, abs, and cardio core.
And then day 5 is leg day. Only one leg day in the whole week. Blasphemy. I'm joking. There's nothing wrong with one leg day a week if that works for you. So after Jen sent this to me, this sparked a little bit of discussion between us, and she brought up a really good point that I didn't immediately notice when I first looked at the thing, which is that this has 3 weeks of training and then what they call a functional recovery week. I take that to be like a deload week. A deload week is basically what it sounds like. It's a time to deload your body from the physical stress of training. Generally for deloading, most people don't completely skip training. They still train, but just with less intensity and like lower volume. And the point is to allow your body to recover and, rest and relax. Yes, you recover after you leave the gym or after your workout's over when you're sleeping or when you're sitting on the couch. But a deload week just takes that a step further by helping you recover deeper. So all that's well and good. But the thing that Jennifer pointed out is, how intensely are you training that you need a deload week after 3 weeks of training? Because generally for the average person, 3 weeks is not a big space of time that you would need a functional recovery week or a deload week. Generally, an athlete takes a deload week when they're like feeling really, really fatigued. Maybe they're having difficulty with training due to burnout, or maybe they're at risk for overtraining. There really is no magic number for when to take a deload week, but I have seen generally it's like every 8 to 10 weeks. I guess it is possible for an athlete to train super intensely in a space of 3 weeks, so much so that they may need a deload week after those 3 weeks. But I have seen some of the workouts in this program, and in my opinion, they are akin to mating rituals and dumbbell dances. They really don't look that intense. And please, you guys, I'm not saying this to be mean. Most people who are doing these Beachbody workouts are not serious athletes. Usain Bolt is not doing country heat to train. Jay Cutler is not doing lift 4 in his off season. I need you guys to understand, because I know even though I'm saying this, there's probably going to be people who will like try to put words in my mouth and stuff. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because it's true. Most people who sign up to do Beachbody/BODi, whether that be as a consultant or a coach, are not a serious athlete. They're just an average person looking to work out and get more physically active. The last thing that I personally want to say that I find strange about this program based on the calendar is the preset training volumes. That would be the sets and reps for every single day. For example, on day 1, total body core, it says 2 sets, 15 reps. That's for every exercise. So you follow that volume for every single exercise of that particular day. So generally following the same volume for every single exercise is not always safe, and it's also way too general. It depends largely on what you're doing, the specific exercises that you're doing, and the weight that you use as well. Using myself as an example, 15 repetitions of a 100-pound back squat is not realistic for me. However, 15 repetitions for a body weight squat is more realistic for me. Now, no Beachbody body workout is using weights that go into the triple digits, okay? I know that. I was just using that as an example as to why blanket volume recommendations don't always work. Now, speaking of the workouts, let's take a look at some, shall we? I had to rewatch this several thousand times to understand what was going on, and I still don't really get it. It's hard to tell when this starts and when it ends, but let's try and break this down. Holding dumbbell, And holding one dumbbell in two hands. Resistance band probably about mid-thigh. Stepping back on one leg into a reverse lunge, then lowering down to the knee. I'm watching this in slow motion on my iPad. And then kind of pushing the butt back so that you're almost doing a bow, and then coming back up, bringing the rear leg back up, but your legs are still staggered, lowering the dumbbell down into, I don't know if that's supposed to be a deadlift or not, and then bringing the dumbbell back up. Wait, was that supposed to be a bicep curl? That doesn't really look like a bicep curl. And then the other leg returns by the other leg. Okay. Well, this looks ridiculous. And it also looks like a good way to mess up your back, I think. I can't tell if that thing with the lowering down is supposed to be like a deadlift or like just a small hip hinge. I can't tell. I also want to say that in that position, with what is happening, I don't see the point of the resistance band at all. The higher you put a band up on your thighs, the less effective it is on emphasizing those on those outer glutes. I always do this whenever I'm saying outer glutes. Like this is a butt in front of me, and then this is like the sides. Outer glutes or your hip abductors. I also have no idea why you would put one on while you're doing lunges, because it gets in the way, I would think. And if you're using a thicker band, heavier band, then it will snap up, which is annoying. In my opinion, this exercise is stupid. It looks ridiculous, and I think the addition of the extra equipment is pointless, and it looks like it's just getting in the way. This looks like they took a normal reverse lunge and then just added extra ingredients to it, like when you add random food to your salad because it's about to go bad. Does anybody else do that? I do that. Let's look at another one. Okay, let's backtrack and figure out what's going on. Standing up, dumbbell, that looks like a decent sized dumbbell too. Holding over her head, resistance band again. It's a little lower, slightly above her knees. Kind of doing a step out squat, and as she's lowering down into the squat, she's doing... Okay, I assume that's supposed to be like an overhead tricep extension, but her arms aren't really up high enough for a tricep extension. You kind of want to be more right here. But she has her elbows, she's kind of just going like that. So it's kind of, she's just kind of bending, lowering the dumbbell behind her. If she were reclined and laying back, it would be doing a little bit more for her triceps. But when you're standing upright and you're doing an overhead tricep extension, you want to have here, keep it so your upper arms are closer to the side of your head. I said we were not doing any demos, but I guess I kind of just did one. No shade at all meant by this, but that dumbbell looks like it's way too heavy for what she's doing, especially in this way with all these other components. To be fair though, she may be able to manage that weight a little bit better if she weren't doing a million other things along with it. But again, she's following a fitness program made by a fitness expert. It's not her fault she's being told to do a circus act. And then again, with the resistance band, I feel like just kind of cumbersome in this. Oop, the husband is calling. Hello, my love.
Yo, what are you doing?
Filming a YouTube video.
Oh, dude, you got time to talk
Real quick. Sorry about that. We had to take a quick commercial break because I had to talk to my man. Anyway, so I was talking about the resistance band. For the resistance band, I feel like this is a situation where it's just very cumbersome. To be fair, I am personally not opposed to using a resistance band in a squat variation like this. I think it's a perfectly viable option for a lower body exercise if you maybe you exercise at home and you have limited equipment and maybe all you have is a resistance band. I just think with all of this, with everything else that's going on, it's just way too much. Personally, my recommendation would be to just separate the overhead tricep extension in the squat. If you're doing just a regular bodyweight squat and you want to add some oh my god, she is so cute. It's just me and Alpha at home today right now because her big brothers are at daycare. If you're doing a bodyweight squat and you want to add some resistance to it and all you have is a resistance band, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with adding a band to a squat, but I would recommend scooting the band down a little bit further so that it is just below your knees and not so high up on your thighs. Don't put it directly over your knees, either just above or just below your knees, just not directly on them. And the reason for that is the higher up a band is on your thighs, the less you actually feel it in your abductor muscles, your side glutes. When it's lower down on your legs, you will actually feel it more in your outer glutes. And also, again, if it's up too high, it could snap up, which is just not comfortable. resistance band, sliders, and dumbbells. I've seen some comments kind of coming forth on social media from people who are participating in this new exercise program, and a common theme that I have seen a lot of people say is things like the exercises are too much or they're overly complicated. I think I agree with that assertion. This particular exercise is just over the top in my opinion, especially with all the equipment. I also feel like this sort of, but not really deadlift, I think that has the potential to cause some injury to your lower back. And if you're sliding around on one foot, as this person is, that has a real chance of happening because neither of your feet are firmly grounded. I would personally recommend that nobody try this at all, ever. That's my personal recommendation. That's my personal opinion. Do you guys know the problem when trying to target a million different muscles with one exercise? You usually end up doing an exercise that targets nothing and looks completely absurd. How are you supposed to focus on abdominal training when you're also holding a pair of dumbbells above your head to do a pullover? How are you supposed to really focus on your chest to do a good pullover while you also have a resistance band around your feet? How are you supposed to focus on the resistance band that's around your feet while you're also trying to do a bicycle crunch? That's all that's happening here with this. Pick one exercise and do that. Do you want to do a superset or a compound set? Great. Pick two exercises and do them separately. Don't try to mash them all together into this big exercise soup. Let's move on. I'm sorry, what's wrong with just doing a bicep curl? What is that leaning forward thing doing? I'll tell you what it's doing. It's ruining my day, and it's stealing my Oreos, and I don't like it. I feel like this is another good example of adding unnecessary steps to an otherwise perfectly normal exercise, and it's pointless, in my opinion. Okay, so this next one we're going to look at, a lot of you sent to me. It is Ashley Malstad, who is a super top Beachbody consultant, who has likely achieved public figure status. Not that it matters at all who it is. It really doesn't matter. She got hurt doing an exercise from this program. Just FYI, it's not like graphic. You know, there's not blood or anything like that or broken bones. Of painting. That gray looks like the same gray that I have on the walls of my house. It's Sherwin-Williams Repost gray. I really like it. I don't know, it's probably not the same gray, but it looks like it. It is. So we all just saw it. She was doing what she was doing. We'll talk about that in a minute. And she got hurt. That sucks. I hate getting hurt during my workout, man. So full disclosure, I have my personal training certification, but I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not an exercise physiologist. I'm not an orthopedist, etc. So I cannot say exactly what her diagnosis is. Actually, even if I were any of those things, you probably couldn't just by looking, right? But obviously, whatever happened to her back, I think it's safe to assume that it happened as a result of her doing this exercise that she is doing. In my opinion, this exercise looks like it is just way too much. And what's crazy is the only equipment she's using is a resistance band. This is a good example to highlight here that you don't only get hurt slinging heavy weight. Because of that, her lower back injury is likely the result of poor form. Throwing yourself between a reverse lunge and a single leg Romanian deadlift is probably not great for most people, and I imagine your back probably won't like it that much. It could have also been like maybe she was going too fast. It could have been a number of things, really. Something that I also want to make clear right now, physical activity always carries risk. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're doing Beachbody workouts or if you're doing CrossFit or if you're just in the gym weight training or if you're just walking or running on the treadmill. Physical activity comes with risk. There is a chance if you decide to embark on any sort of fitness program. I'm not just trying to throw shade here just because it's Beachbody. The second you decide that you are going to do a workout, you have to assume some degree of risk. There's a chance you might get hurt. That's why gyms And a lot of personal trainers have clients and members sign like a liability waiver or a release form or something like that. There's a chance you might get hurt. Okay, so I need to make it clear, I'm not just trying to throw shade just because I don't like Beachbody. You can get hurt during any type of workout program. However, the thing that I do want to highlight here, whatever fitness program you are embarking on, safety should be one of the #1 goals. And in my opinion, it's really not safe to have an average person slinging their body between a reverse lunge and a single leg Romanian deadlift. I think that's what that was. So yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. Sucks so bad to hurt yourself. You could see on her face like how disappointed she was. I have been there before. I hope she's okay and I hope she recovers quickly. Okay, so this next one that I'm about to play has probably taken the cake and is officially, in my opinion, the stupidest exercise that I have ever seen in my entire life. One of the stupidest. What the f*** is this? Okay, I'm sure that this is challenging, like physically challenging, but what is it doing? I don't have a lot of words. It doesn't happen very often that I'm at a total loss for words. Cheryl of the Instagram, Cheryl Spears, I'll put her page on the screen. She posted Autumn doing this exercise and she compared it to breakdancing.
I'm gonna unwind out of it as I come down to the ground, and I actually use the ground to help myself come up. I don't make a full circle. I make 3/4 of a turn, and I finish it.
So, what I see is this. Is Autumn trying to teach you all how to break dance? Beachbody coaches. She is trying to teach you how to break dance.
And I don't think I have ever agreed with anyone more. This straight up looks like breakdancing, which no shade at all. Breakdancing is a great workout for break dancers who actually know how to break dance. I just have a feeling that that was not Autumn's goal with this. I'm done with this one. That one was short. I let it play through a couple times. This one looks familiar. I feel like I remember seeing something like this from 9-Week Control Freak, which is also an Autumn program. Kneeling on the ground while holding one leg suspended in the air while doing a tricep kickback. Why? I mean, what's wrong with just doing a tricep kickback? Why does your other leg need to be in the air? I don't know. It just seems overcomplicated. Next abomination. I couldn't help myself from dancing. You guys can't hear it. It's copyrighted music, but it's the song that's playing over this is Yeah by Usher. Really takes me back to my middle school dance. Man, Autumn really went apeshit with the resistance bands with this program, huh? So this looks like a reverse plank, but worse. We've added the use of sliders and, again, the resistance band. I don't think reverse planks are that crazy. I've done that before as part of yoga. It is incorporated as a yoga position. I personally don't like them because they bother my shoulders, but that's just me. What I don't like about this is the sliders at this person's feet, sliding out to straighten your body, then abducting your legs. If your whole body, and when I say that, I mean like your muscles, like if your muscles are not properly engaged and then you slide your knees out and then your knees are locked out, you're putting a great deal of stress on your knees. One component of a reverse plank is holding your body straight from head all the way down to from your chest to your hips to your quads to keep your body in this straight position. Just using this person as the example that we have here. As she's extending her legs out in front of her, she's kind of throwing her legs out, then doing an abduction. And if you look close, it really doesn't look like she's flexing her quads a lot to try and keep her legs straight and not lock out her knees. And that can really present a serious danger for your knees. I'm not saying don't do reverse planks, but I personally don't recommend doing them like this. Okay, so that was the last one, and I can honestly say that these workouts are, in my opinion, ridiculous. Some other comments I've seen online about this program are things like Autumn is running out of ideas, or Autumn is trying too hard, etc. I think I agree with some of those opinions. It's not a secret that Beachbody is rebranding in an effort to be more inclusive. I'm personally not buying it. And Autumn has come under fire before and been criticized before for being the total opposite of being inclusive. In my opinion, the way she carries herself about online sometimes makes it, I'm trying to be very careful with my language here. It sometimes seems like she harbors some degree of contempt or disdain for people who are fat, or even people who just have slightly more body fat than her. She obviously has a very low body fat percentage. If you have visible abs, especially as a woman, you have a low body fat percentage. Or people that she perceives to be out of shape. That was all very, very much my opinion based on things that I have seen and heard across the stratosphere that is the internet. I'm not asserting any of that as fact. That is just my opinion. So perhaps Autumn sees this company's push to be more inclusive and is realizing that maybe she's going to start getting phased out soon. So she had to make a program that was unique and interesting. That's just my opinion, theory, opinion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is empty. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a fun and unique exercise program. However, I think there is a fine line between innovation and just stupidity. And in my opinion, some of these exercises have stepped over that line into being stupid. Your fitness routine should absolutely be fun for you, but it should also be safe and effective. And effective means different things to different people. Not everybody has the same goals. Some people want to lose body fat. Some people want to gain muscle. Some people just want to be strong and lift heavy ass weights. Personally, I have no idea what this is going to get you aside from just nauseous. Something that I do want to reiterate here is your fitness routine absolutely is your choice, and it should be fun for you, to keep you engaged and to keep you motivated, and just be fun and sick. Alpha keeps yawning. I'm sorry. And it should be fun for you, and it should be unique, because if you're a human, generally exercise is good for you. So if it'll keep you coming back for more, it should be fun and entertaining for you. But it should also be safe and effective. Whatever you are doing with your fitness routine should be conducive to your goals, whatever those goals are. In conclusion, I already concluded. Pay attention. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment latte. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. If you enjoyed my face and want to see more of it and hear more of my ramblings, why not hit the subscribe button and join the lemonade stand? I will link both Cheryl and Jen below, so you guys can give them a follow on Instagram or YouTube if you like. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Queen Lemon, over and out. So I said during the video already that Onyx and Zeus are at daycare, so it's just me and my baby girl here today. Alpha doesn't go to daycare because she's not always the nicest lady, isn't that right? She plays too rough. She's gotten kicked out of a couple daycares, haven't you? Honestly, I think she likes being the only dog in my house. Don't you? I think you do. You like being the only baby in the house, huh? Because you get all the cuddles and the kisses and the spoils and the snacks. Can you say bye? Can you say bye? Are you gonna say bye? Say bye, baby. Hey. Say bye.